Welcome back, guys. Now we have to start with our HTML page structure. So in the previous video we've just installed with you guys our Sublime text editor. Right now we have to write our first code and talk about a little bit HTML page structure because we will learn firstly HTML. So how it looks actually. What is HTML page structure? So firstly, I want to talk about the tags because HTML is a bunch of tags. So before writing some codes in our code editor, we have to learn how to write our tags, guys. So I will show you right now actually how firstly how global structure of HTML looks. So actually any text in HTML enclosed between less than and then greater than signs. So that's HTML tags. So let's write our first tag. We already choose our HTML option over here on the bottom right side. We've chosen. Okay, so then I want to write. Firstly, I'm going to show you guys how HTML looks actually. That's automatically appears because we've chosen here HTML option. Then when we write within the pointer brackets within this signs HTML, here automatically this structure will appear, but we will learn with you from scratch. That's why I don't want to write it right now. That's why I'm going to delete that and write first our tag. Let's say it's HTML. So that's a normal structure. That's a normal tag, HTML tag. So HTML tags are the building blocks of an HTML page, guys. So in most of the HTML tags, they require start tag and also end tag. So how can we do that? Then I've opened my HTML tag and I want to close my HTML tag, but not like that. I need only one sign as well, and that sign is here, slash. So that's a normal HTML closing tag and starting tag, guys. So we are using 2 times the same tag, and the closing tag should be used slash at the beginning of the tag name. All right. So now I'm going to create our some basic structure over here. In here will be some content. Within this HTML tags will be page content, guys. So all normal web page consists of a head and body part. So that's why we will not write this page content like that. So that's why we need to create our body tag and head tag as well. So I'm going to create head that automatically here, as you see here, appear and starting and closing tag, and I need write our body tag as well. So guys, that's the normal head and body part of our web page. So in the head part, that's here, we will write our head part, and here will be some content, and we will learn deeply in the next videos about HTML tags, and we will add all these tags within this body part. So the body part is used for displaying all text, image, hyperlinks, and so on, shown directly on the page, guys. So in that's all, I guess, here. And one last thing more I will talk about this video about title. So what is a title, guys? That's the last thing. We shouldn't forget about that, because title is most important. And I'm going to, let's delete that, and right over here. So I will delete the full bunch of this and HTML. As you see here, we've written HTML, head, body, and then after the head, or within this head tag, we should write our title, guys. So Doctype, about Doctype I will tell a little bit later, but now about title, guys. HTML title element defines the document's title. So this title we can see in a browser's title bar or page type. So page tab. So let's write my first website should, okay, that's okay. So save that. So I want to save this in my desktop. So I'm going to create here some new folder, and let's write over here my project, my HTML project. Okay, so here we will write index.html. Now, what happened? Index.html. Yep, here exists. No, I want to within this. All right, so save that, and then, guys, we can open up this one. That's our project, and okay, as you see here, that's my title, my first website. So that's the title, and what you will write over here, it will appear on a page bar. So browser's title bar, page tab. Let's change that, browsers tab, save that, refresh, browsers tab. That's all. That's our main HTML page structure. So guys, see you in the next one. We will learn more tags in our HTML part. See you in the next one. Okay, now I'm going to talk you about a little bit about Doctype Element. So I've promised you guys we should learn before HTML tags, and then I've just decided to talk about firstly in this video about Doctype Element. So what is a Doctype declaration, guys? So in the previous video we will learn about the main structure. It was HTML, it was here, as you see, head. Within the head was title tag and then body tag, and that's all. So that was the last main structure and main tag that starting in the beginning of the web page, beginning of our code. So that's a Doctype. So the Doctype declaration, as you see here, must be the very first thing in your HTML document, guys. So before HTML tag, we are writing here Doctype, and over here we should write our exclamation mark. But let's delete that. If you write HTML, then as you see here, it's highlighted in our code editor, and when I will press enter, this Doctype, this whole page, this whole structure automatically appears. So that's why don't worry about that. That's the HTML5 definition. So HTML5, there is one big difference between HTML4 and HTML5. So we adding doctype declaration to our HTML documents, so that the browser knows what type of document to expect. So all browsers, guys, like just Chrome, Explorer, and Firefox, Safari, Opera, they are, and as well Internet Explorer, yeah, they are they support all this doctype. So the doctype element, and just let's delete that, and I will tell about a doctype a little bit. So doctype declaration, that's not an HTML tag, it's an instruction to the web browser about what version of HTML the page is written. So we are in 2020, that's why we should use HTML5, not HTML4. So that's the reason we are trying learn HTML5 tags, and that's why doctype declaration should be used in our web pages. So one last thing more, what does doctype HTML do? So doctype HTML declaration is used to inform a website visitor's browser that the document being rendered is an HTML document, guys. So while not actually an HTML element itself, every HTML document should be with a doctype declaration to be compliant with HTML standards, let's say. So that's why as a markup language we are trying not forget to write our doctype HTML. So that's a little bit information about doctype, guys. So in the next video we will learn about block tags. That's the main important tags in our HTML. See you in the next one. As we promised in a previous video, we should talk about block tags, guys. So what is a block tag? Firstly, I'm going to tell you about body tag, because we just told you guys all tags should be used in body, within the body tag. So here our content should be written, and let's save that. Oh no. Okay, so, and I would like to refresh. Here the content appeared. But I would write 3 separate sentences, like just my first website is, alright, then second sentence is that's my opinion, and the third one is I bought a car yesterday, and another sentence, let's say HTML is a markup language. So guys, now we have 4 separated sentences, and as a normally we should use these separate sentences like just block, as you see here. That's not inline elements. We have 4 separated block line. So I would see these sentences here, and not this one. Okay. All right. Okay. So refresh. As you see here, all sentences inline. So that's not normal, because I've tried to see all sentences not inline. So I'm going to explain that how HTML find out with this problem. So in HTML5, or normally in HTML, we just can see more time this div element, And normally if you inspect any page source, any website page source, how to do that I will show you in our browser. Actually there are more time you can see the div element, guys. So what is div element? That's the that's a block element actually, and we use this block element for creating some blocks. So I would like to write the same sentences or different sentences within this div, guys. The first one is that's my website. Let's write my website, and I'm going to create second div, and within this div I'm going to write HTML is a markup language, and then let's say my favorite color is gray, let's say, and then one div more, we are learning a programming now. Okay, so guys, save that and then refresh the page in our web browser. As you see here, that was absolutely different. So that's, we have 4 div tags, 4 block elements, and 4 sentences like here appeared like block. So guys, the second block element is span element. So this is span element. I can write the same thing, my name and span. Let's write my favorite, and second span color is, and this time we can tell black. Okay, save that, refresh. So that's a normal sentence, that's in line, guys. So that's the main difference within span and div tag normal, guys. So HTML, we can call that HTML block and inline element. So a block level element always starts a new line and takes up the full width available. So our div element was a block level element, guys. We have more block level elements in HTML5. So like address, like aside, article, header, for main, no script. So we will use these all tags in our when we create some project. But about inline element doesn't start a new line and only takes up as much width as necessary. And within the paragraph we can see some inline elements, guys. So I will tell you the main difference. Actually, span element is often used as a container for some text. So if you would like to tell, when we use normally span element, when we learn in our CSS part, I will tell about you. Maybe not, I will tell you right now, but we will learn with you guys in our CSS part how to use our styles. So here I'm going to give just one example when we need to write span element. So I tell my favorite color we told, right? So now I'm adding span, guys. For the span, I'm going to add some style, guys. For styling, I'm going to tell color. Let's say gray. So gray. So here, color, Let's to see that right here, blue, because to see in our page it will good. So my favorite color and then is blue. Okay, so save that, then go back. As you see here, color is here in blue. So if you want to give some style in as an inline element, use this span. That's the way. But we will talk about, because there is style. I've talked about style because that's not HTML part, and I've tried to explain how actually span element should be used in our web browser, in our web projects. So that's all, guys, and one thing more, I'm going to show you how actually our inspect page looks. We will use more time and then right side and then inspect, and then we can open on the left, on the right side we can see our code. So we've created with you guys head tag, and that's a head, as you see here. That's our body. It was highlighted. I can open up my body. That's first div, second div, third div, then div, my span. All right, I have one div more, color. So that's how our developer tools actually work. So that's my first website. That's title. Actually, we can't see this title in our actual page. That's all, guys, right now. See you in the next one. So in this video, I'm going to talk about paragraph elements, guys. So I will not use all sentences within the div. Actually, I'm going to change and delete that firstly and try to use our first paragraph element. That's the P element. So paragraph element is most important for creating some content, and that's the first letter of paragraph is P. So P tag in HTML defines a paragraph. So they have as usual and a closing tag as well. And most browsers read a line as a paragraph, even we don't use the closing tag, this one, but actually as a normal, don't forget to put the last the closing tag of P tag, P tag, guys. So within the P, we have to write some content. There is on HTML, we have some lorem ipsum text. That's a normal content. So if you open up the tag sign and then write lorem, that will, and then you can delete the first tag sign. So that's normal example, a text content example. So we can just copy and paste that and see actually how it looks. It appears in our page. I'm going to save that and then go to our website. Alright, you have right now three different content as a blog. Actually, we've created first P, second paragraph, and third paragraph, guys. So actually we will use from now for paragraphs this P tag. And as you see here, actually P tag automatically adds some space before and after in a paragraph. So which is basically margins added by the browser. What is a margin? About margin we will talk about, guys, in our CSS part. So now that's a normal content, our website content, and I'm going to tell you guys about some tags as well. For example, let's say I'm going to delete that second and third one, and I'm going to create new line after the aliqua. That's over here. Then that's the BR will help me to do that. Save that, refresh. As you see here, after the aliqua, there is new line. So the BR tag, only the closing tag. You don't need you don't need to write 2 times BR, starting and ending tag. Just one tag is enough. And there is a way to let the HTML. Now, where does our browser need to change the lines by using this BR tag, guys? So just a single opening tag is enough as well. Save that. It works actually. Yeah, but normally I use with a slash. So that's a normal BR tag for creating some new line. And another, let's say another tag is HR. This HR tag in HTML creates underline. As you see here, that's our HR tag. So that's the main tags we are using in our paragraph. And I'm going to tell you some another tags in HTML. One of them is let's say within the tag I'm going to make bold this word. Let's create some p tag and close. Anyway, save that and refresh. As you see here, consecutor. It's not English, that's why maybe I pronounced wrongly. So that's the bold, how bold tag is actually works in our page. So ULLMAMCO, this word I'm going to eat italic. So let's do italic, save that, and where is, yeah, as you see here, that was changed to italic, from normal to italic, guys. And I'm going to tell you one block quote tag as well. So from here I can create block quote, then close these block quotes. Alright, so let's save that and see how actually it works. Alright, so as you see here, it was created separate section. So a section that is quoted from another source, let's say. So a block quote, if I will do it within the block quote, and some lorem, and it will be on a line, guys, as you see here, the line. So block quote tag specifies a section that is quoted from some source, and usually I guess all browsers should support this block quote. And if I would like to use some quotes for lorem ipsum, now Q tag will help me to do that. So fresh, now lorem ipsum in quotes. So that's a simple. Those are simple HTML tags that we usually use in our paragraph. Normally these tags related to our paragraphs. So we've learned in this video, guys, about p tag, I, bold, quote, block quote, and those are main interesting tags in our HTML part. So in the next video, guys, we will learn about another tags. See you in the next one.